of AKS 12. It's going to cover the phylogenetic trees, and then it's going to cover today and tomorrow, which is the viruses. So that's all of AKS 12. So I wanted to go over the phylogenetics quiz with y'all. Some of y'all had some trouble with some of those questions, so I actually wanted to go through that with y'all together. Hold on a second. All right, so give me just 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull this up. And I see some of y'all typing in the chat side, so just hold on to those questions just for the time being.
Yo, hello.
Hello, my friends. My friends, where are you?
Hello?
Hello, my friend. What are you doing today?
Hello, my friend. Are you from the India, my brother?
Hello, you from India,
Yes,
motherfucker?
Hello,
I
Ali
am from
Bala
the
should not
Indian
be a
motherfucker. I am from the
Yes,
Bollywood.
motherfucker.
I am
Bosnia should
from
not
the
exist.
Bollywood.
So let
I
me
come
say
from the
this
Mumbai.
one thing really quickly.
But you're a fat fucking bitch. I know.
The same rules apply on
Bosnia
Zoom
shouldn't
as they
exist.
do elsewhere. So
Suck my fucking balls.
I don't think I'm in the right school.
Yo, look him. Show me them titties, Leo.
Hello, I'm from Microsoft Tech Support. The computer has a virus.
Give me your credit card information.
Give you a credit card. Okay.
Show me your titties.
Time is Zoom admin, please tell me your credit card information.
Your titties are so sexy. Let me lick your fucking nipples and fuck your fucking ass. Niggas in my butthole. Niggas in my butthole. Niggas in my niggas in my niggas in my butthole.
all right, y'all. I think we got that sorted out. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you to take us to the preview for the phylogenetics quiz. I'm going to go over some of the questions that I saw that y'all struggled with the most. All right, so here we go. Okay. Y'all let me know if you can't see the screen. All right, so question one, it looks like y'all did a fairly good job of getting that one. So the question is asking which statement about the African elephant is most accurate? And it should have been, let's see, which one is this? All right. African is more closely related to the mammoth than to the West African manatee. Yes. Okay, so we did good on that one. All right, question 2. So they've given you a list of these different organisms and their gene sequences. So down here, all you had to do, what are we comparing here? We want to know which organism is most like this one. And so you're just matching up the DNA sequences. And I think a lot of folks, you actually had to count them up. It was actually the halophile that was most closely related to the unknown organism. I think what a lot of folks did is they saw this sequence right here and they automatically just assumed that it wasn't this one. But if you actually go through and count how many of the DNA sequences are different, this had the least number of differences. So this unknown organism was most closely related to the halophile. All right, coming down here to question 3. All right. So we're trying to figure out, student 2 does not agree with the phylogenetic tree that this student draw. So how are we going to make this more accurate? All right. Well, if you look up here at the chart, so these are amino acids. And so the chimpanzee, the horse, and the rhesus monkey, they all have this ARG amino acid. The gorilla is the only one with the LYS. So if we're coming down here to the phylogenetic tree. All right, so looking at the phylogenetic tree, this LYS being directly on the line, it means that all of these animals after that have that. And we know that that's not true because in the chart it says just the gorilla has it. So the correct way to draw this tree would be to put this LYS on the line just for the gorilla, because the gorilla is the only one that has that amino acid. All right. Which organisms share the most derived traits? Y'all did good on that one. There weren't too many issues with that one. Now I'm going to come down here to question 5. And y'all, if y'all can mute your audio for me when I'm talking, you can unmute it if you got a question. Feel free to unmute it anytime when you have a question.
Knicker.
I think we're still dealing with some Zoom security issues.
Chicken.
Yeah, so we'll have to look at that. Okay. So we've got this phylogenetic tree, these animals, and we've got these traits here on the line. And so it's asking us, what is the best inference or what conclusion can we draw about the relationships from this tree? All right. So if you're coming up here, again, when you have a trait on a phylogenetic tree, it applies to every organism from that point forward in the tree. So a vertebral column, that's just a spine. So all of these animals have a spine because even the lamprey, it comes after that trait is on the tree. But the lancelet is an outgroup. It does not have that trait. So it would be the simplest organism that would come first. So for example, when you have a question that is asking you to compare organisms and how closely related they are, you want to go back on the tree and count how many traits they have in common. So for example, the turtle and the leopard, if we count how many traits they have in common, well, does hair apply to the turtle? No, it does not. And on the tree, we see that it just applies to the leopard. So they both have an egg. They both have 4 legs, jaws, and a spine or vertebral column. So that's 4 traits that they share in common. And that's kind of how you would go through and read that one. All right, this one tripped some folks up, but I think it was just this diagram.
I like cocking my asshole.
All right. You know what, y'all? Just based off of what we've talked about, the teachers in some of these faculty meetings, there has been too much disruption in this Zoom meeting. And I I think I'm going to go ahead and call this Zoom session for today until I can figure out how to beef up.
Sure.
the
I'm good friends.
If you all have any questions related to anything specific that we've gone over so far, go ahead and throw that into the chat. List that in the chat for me, or send me an email.
She's had to cook. Do it again. Không phải cho không. Yeah. So cock in my asshole.
Wait. Oh, okay. Oh. Nip nop.
Dip nope.
Nip nop. She's such a